Yo, what is going on, guys? Azumi here, and in today's video we are going to be ranking all the bloodlines in Shindo Life currently. And there are 8 different tiers here. So we do have the SS plus tier, the S tier, the A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, E tier, and then F tier. Basically what the F means is that you shouldn't use this and you should spin because it basically has no value to you. E is that if you are new, you can use this if you want, but I'd rather spin. D is I'd rather spin. C, maybe usable depending on how you play with it. Like, it depends on the user for C. B, this is playable. A, I would keep it. Playable. S, playable, keepable, stick with it. And SS plus, if you get it, it's a must keep and just don't leave it. Alright. So we will be starting with the Akuma, and these are in my opinion, and I'm going to go over them really quickly. No, I'm not going to talk about the moves, but I will talk about one good thing about it. And Akuma, in my opinion, it belongs in C tier or B tier, either one of those. C tier for me because it is a 1 out of 75, but if you do get the other Akumas, then they're way better. But the regular Akuma is base Sharingan, so if you want to go ahead and get that, then you can keep it if you want to, if you don't want to risk trying to get like 110, 120 and all that. Next one we have is a golden Byakugan, and for me that's going to be a S tier because of the moves. And then next we have here is, I'm pretty sure this is called the Azarashi. Yeah, this is the Azarashi. I'm going to go ahead and give that D because I did look at the moves on it and they are okay, but they are pretty much low damaging. And then the next one we have, I'm pretty sure this is the Asm Senko. Yes, it is. So Asm Senko, in my opinion, it will be a B because the moves are okay, but not as good as Dio Senko. And next one we have here is, I'm pretty sure the Bankai Akuma or Itachi's Akuma, or yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Itachi's Akuma. Is it? Let me just see right here. Yes, well, yeah, I was confusing it with Forge Akuma, my bad. But yeah, this is Bankai Akuma, and I will put this at, I'd say, S tier as well because it is really good. The abilities have really high damaging abilities, and the Susanoo is really good as well. And next up we have, I'm pretty sure this is Shock or Bolt. I'm pretty sure it's Bolt. Yeah, this is Bolt. So in my opinion, Bolt would be at a D because of the moves as well. Bubble would be at a C for me. Clay, I'd say this would be a freaking E. Like, who the hell uses? Actually, no. Depending on how you use it, I'd probably do D because E, it's like, you know, you have to spin. Like, it's better off if you spin. So I will put it at D because Clay is okay. And now we have Black Shock. Black Shock for sure is a C, or yeah, for sure a C. It's okay, but in my opinion, I wouldn't use it. Crystal's an F. Get out of here. No one likes Crystal. Why would you put Crystal as any above? Because no one wants that. And then next we have is the Dangan, right? Is it Dangan? Yes, this is Dangan, and I will rate this an A because the abilities on it, like, they're low damage but it's fast attack, so the cooldowns are pretty low and you do them really fast, so that's a good thing about them. And the next one we have is the Dio Senko. The Dio Senko, in my opinion, is a solid A because of the time stop, the moves, the mode, and all of that. Now we do have Explosion. I'm going to go ahead and put that at F because I don't think I would ever use that because, you know, 1 out of 6 or 1 out of 5, I don't know. You could get way better bloodlines for spins. And next up we have is the Forged Akuma. I'm going to give that S tier as well because, you know, basically all the Akumas except for the regular Akuma deserve S tier or A tier. But yeah, Forged Akuma is great, and just the abilities in general. And I'm pretty sure this is Frostfire and this is Ice. Okay, so Frostfire or whatever, Frost, personally I would use it in some situations, but the moves make me have to say it's probably like a B or probably C. I am going to move the Akuma to a B because it is still good. Like, you do get the Susanoo, and there's like multiple like different stages and like different like weapons you have on it, so I guess I'll put it at a B. And this is Gold Sand, I'm pretty sure. Is it? Yeah, this is Gold Sand. So Gold Sand, in my opinion, would be a B as well. And we got Hair S tier. Don't ask me why. You can make so many combos with this. It's just OP as hell, and like it basically shocks them for a long period of time. And next one we have is the Wanziame, which is 1 out of 140. I'm gonna put this at an A as well because it does basically rival the Dangan, and they are both water element moves or bloodlines, so they are pretty good and basically equal in my opinion. Next one we have Ice. Yeah, solid F again, and I just don't use Ice personally because it is, well, you already know, like 1 out of 5, 1 out of 3, really low chance of getting it, which means it's really bad. And next we got Inferno. I'm gonna go ahead and give Inferno a B. I'd say Inferno is, in my opinion, not that good. It's okay if you like, depending on you know how to use it. So that's what the B tier is. If you know how to use it, then you'll get it. You'll be at your advantage. And if you are a great user and you know how to utilize these stuff, then in your list it could have been like an SS plus, S tier, but in my list, this is my opinion, it will be a B tier. Next we have Ink, and Ink is okay. It is size bloodline, and only thing I see good is basically the super beast scroll, which you make the eagle basically. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that at B again, because if you are good at it in your own way, then I'd say it's a good bloodline for you. Next, we're going to have Apollo Sand, and I am going to give Apollo Sand A, and you may be considering why over Gold Sand. First of all, Apollo Sand can be used for leveling up a lot, can be used for double damage, and there's like this last move on it where you can kill bosses easily. You can take like 1 million or 2 million health off a boss with one move. So that's really OP, but I'm pretty sure it's a glitch and it doesn't work on real people, so I'm going to go ahead and put that at A. And next one we have Eternal, and this will be our first SS plus tier because Eternal is one of the most broken bloodlines in the game. Now listen up, there's so many opportunities for combos here and spamming as well, but you can just make it for combos. You can literally pull them to the ground, like basically all your moves pull them to the ground, and you can just start your combo on them since they're shocked and they can't do anything. Like literally they can't do anything. It's so OP, so broken. You can use that with Shindai clones and you automatically win paired with your combo. But yeah, next one we have here is the Byakugan, the regular Byakugan, and the abilities on it are okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it at a B because it does not go near the Golden Byakugan. The Golden Byakugan has way better moves, way better damage, and just overall way better stats. And the next one we have here is the Kokotsu, and I'd say I give it a C because in my opinion, I wouldn't use it. But if you do want to use it, then go ahead, and yeah, C for me. Next one we have here is, I'm pretty sure it's Kaijin. Yes, it is Kaijin, and it is a 1 out of 45. So Kaijin, I have used this before, and I'm pretty sure I'd say like a D because I wouldn't use it. You know, like way better bloodlines out there, better than this at the same rarity. So yeah, I wouldn't use that. And next one we have here is the Karada or the Akimshi bloodline, I'm pretty sure, and this is like, honestly, the moves for the Akimshi bloodline is like okay for getting away as well as dealing a lot of damage. Like I'm pretty sure the RMBC move does a lot of damage in one hit, like 60k or something, and then its regular moves do a lot of damage. But I am going to put that as a B because the cooldowns are kind of a bit too long, and it's just like, in my opinion, not as good as it shouldn't be suited as an A tier. Next one we have is the Doke, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is called the Doke, and I'm going to put that as E. I don't think anyone likes this I. Like if you get it in your 80 spin rarity thing, you're most likely to spin it anyways. So in my opinion, not as good, and I wouldn't take it if I were you. And next one we have is Concho, and this is Shino's bloodline. I'm pretty sure Shino's moves are actually really good, so I'm gonna put that in B tier for those who know how to play along with his bloodline. If you're really good with his bloodline, then you can make itself an SS plus tier if you're just really good with it. And the next one we have is Lava. Now Lava has a really, like, listen to me, Lava has a lot of good moves like for stunning, and like I said, it's one of those bloodlines where you have to like be good at it yourself in order for it to be better than a B tier. So I will go ahead and put that at B tier because, you know, some people don't know how to use the moves right, and it's easily dodgeable. So if you know how to use it right, then you can go ahead and put that as A, S, or SS plus tier, whatever you want. And next one we have Mecha-tailed Spirit. Now Mecha-tailed Spirit just released, so in my opinion the bad part about it is that you have to be in mode in order to use his abilities, and it is 1 out of 200, so that's a shame. Like it would have been way better if you could just use the abilities without the mode, but like again, where the rock's gonna come from and all that, so you do need the Mecha Tailed Spirit mode to be on. But in my opinion, I will be giving this an A, or actually me around these two. If I could have like an in between, I'd put it in between. But I'm just gonna put it at A for now because the abilities are still good, and if you are in mode and you know how to play it, then I'm pretty sure it's A tier wise, because the damage output it does, like not much DPS, but there's a lot of good high damaging moves like the Z spec, for first stage, and then the Z spec for second stage. Then you have, let's say, the Chudama Rasengan ripoff one. Then you also have the first Z spec stage, which is basically Shiver, and then you also have the Rockets, which do 20k damage each. But yeah, and the next one we have is Minakami, and I'm gonna go ahead and rate that a D because I wouldn't use it personally. I mean a C, sorry, personally, but it is really good if you know how to use it. Next one is Mud, F. Next one is Nature. I'd say E because Nature is one of the better like starting elements. Like they're all the same like rarity, but I feel like Nature is way better because the abilities are just good, way better than Crystal, Ice, Explosion, and Mud in my opinion. They're all dogs, so don't get them. But Nature is my favorite. Next one we have is Nectar. I'm gonna go ahead and put that at D because there aren't really good moves for that, and the damage is just not really good. And yeah, next one we have here, I'm pretty sure is Okami. Yeah, it is Okami, and it is 1 out of 70. So I'm gonna go ahead and it's between a C and D for me, or maybe a B, because yeah, it's probably gonna be a B for me because depending on how you use it, obviously you could get better at it. And yeah, those are like, if you're good at using this bloodline, if you like specialize in it and you know how to play it, then for sure go ahead and make an A, S, or SS plus. But in my opinion, I don't know how to play this bloodline a lot, but I do know the moves for it, and the moves are okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that as a B again. Next up we have is Paper, and Paper is good in its own way because Paper is literally Conan's thing, which C is OP. But I will say C tier because the moves are okay, but like, how do I say this? Damage is like mid tier, I guess, and I don't think that like there's not really much to open up the combos. Like I don't think you can really open up the combos using Paper because there's no, I don't know how you shock. I don't know how you shock or stun people with Paper. But yeah, maybe I missed the move or something. But yeah, Paper's gonna be C for me. Next up we have is Atomic, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that at D because I wouldn't use Atomic. It's just basic moveset, and the moves do like, I guess, a good amount of damage, but I just would put it at D because you can get way better bloodlines for that for the same amount of rarity. And now we have Vines. Vines, in my opinion, will be an A because, like I said, same with Mecha, or not same with Mecha, but it's a high rarity for something that, how to say, it's a high rarity for something that like doesn't do as much damage. Like you have your Z spec, which makes entire vines and pulls them in, or like grabs them and, you know, takes them, like shocks them, I guess, which you can open up with combos. Then you have your V spec, which I'm pretty sure summons like a giant vine and does the same thing as your Z spec, but it's like an animation, different animation. And then you have Shindai clones, and then you have the hiding thing, and then you have the Shindai clones. And honestly, the hiding thing is a waste of a move. It could have been something different. And the Shindai or the Vines clones, did I call it Shindai clones? Vines clones are probably way better. The best move in its moveset. That's why I'm putting it at A, but it's still good nonetheless. You could use its abilities to start up combos because its Z spec and V spec are really good for making combo opening, especially if you catch the opponent. And next up we got Rain Rengoku, and this is one of the newest bloodlines as well, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that S as plus tier due to the moves. Like Indra's arrow, bro, like that shit does so much damage, as well as the thing where you pull them in. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's where you pull any opponent near you in and summon Amaterasu spikes into their heart, and that is just really OP in my opinion. And there are some other good moves like the teleportation one, or switching places with other ones. Like his entire moveset, the Bloodline's entire moveset is just OP in my opinion. Next up we got Shindo, or what is it? I think there's Rayon Akuma, and I'm gonna put that as S because it is Sasuke's as well. And the thing is with this is that there are a lot of high damaging moves with it, and it is range, so it is really good for maintaining your distance between others and NPCs if you just want to kill them from afar. and that's just a good part of it. And yeah, the Rengoku is gonna be S plus tier for me, or S tier for me as well, because the abilities are OP, like Almighty Push, Almighty Pull, and Planetary Devastation. Planetary Devastation is used among a lot of pros because, you know, it does like 50k damage, 60k damage, and it pulls them into the air, and you can just like charge your chi up while they're in it. So yeah. Next up we have is Renshiki, and Renshiki is in my opinion is the worst one out of the Gokus, because like the moves are okay, but it's just that in game is not related to Momoshiki at all. Like Momoshiki is way stronger than obviously Pain, who has the Rengoku and those are his pushes, but in the game I feel like the Rengoku could beat the Renshiki easily, because first of all, the Renshiki's absorption move doesn't, like, it has no meaning really. Like, I don't know, I mean, if you do know how to use the Renshiki bloodline, you can go ahead and put it as S or SS plus tier, but since like most people with it don't know how to use the absorption jutsu like really good, or nor doesn't not know how to use his other moves, then I'm gonna go ahead and put it at A, because I've seen a lot of people in Shindo Life use Renshiki against me in 1v1s and lost to like a Rengoku when I was using it, and that was when I was starting the game. But yeah, next one we have is Riser, and I'm gonna put that as S tier again, because bro, the attacks or the moves on Riser are so OP. Like, you have like the Pain one, and then you have the Hawk Illusion, all that, and the third move, it does like 60k damage if you catch all those, like catch him in your radius, and then as well as like the other two moves, which like basically auto dodge and auto block, and like can attack him and shock him and everything. And then the Susanoo itself is really good, basically all the Susanos except for Akuma, because Akuma's just different. But yeah. And then we have Raiken Shizen. Raiken Shizen is basically a better version of Shizen, which is this one, and Nature. And I'm pretty sure this is Hashirama's one. So I'm going to go ahead and put this at A tier, because Hashirama is one of the goatest shinobi in the world, but like the bloodline itself in Shindo Life isn't, you know, what it's like supposed to mean up to. Like, if Hashirama's thing was actually like 100% inducted into the game, I would put it at S tier, S plus tier, SS plus tier, but for now I'm gonna put it at A, because you need to be good in your own way to use this, because it is easily dodgeable and just easily countered. And the next one we have is, I'm pretty sure this is Wazanaru. Is it? Oh no, this is Saburu. My bad, guys. This is Saburu, and it is 1 out of 140, and I'm gonna head and put this at A tier again, because it does rival these three. These three are like really good water things, and just the moves for Saburu are really good as well. Next up we have San, and San's just regular San, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put that at C. And yeah, Satori, I'm going to put that as at an A, or actually no, I'll put it as S, because I'm pretty sure all the Akumas are S, and they're all just OP as hell. Like, I'm pretty sure in my opinion, S and A tier, like, they're not really far off, so like don't get mad at me for like putting some stuff in the wrong spot. Like I said, again, it is my opinion and my list, so this is how I like to roll with it. And then we have this one. Actually, I've never seen this one. I'm pretty sure it's Scorch. Oh yeah, it is Scorch, and I've never seen this one. I've never used this one before since I've played, and so I'm gonna go ahead and put this at F or E, because I have never used it. But if you guys know what it is, just let me know in the comments, and I'll probably like do an updated version later on in the future. But I will try and probably unlock this, and I'm pretty sure I haven't unlocked, but I don't have it leveled up, so I will try and unlock it and show you guys. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave at E for now. And yeah, Seishin, in my opinion, it is a B, because you need to be good you need to be good in the bloodline itself to be good at it. Like, some people don't even know what to do its moves for, and like how to use its moves efficiently. So if you are good at the bloodline, you can go ahead and rank it A, S, or SS plus tier. But for now, for my opinion, it is a B, because most people do not know how to use it. Now the next one we have is Sengoku, and I'm gonna go ahead and put Sengoku at SS plus tier, because that's how OP it is. Sengoku is one of the best Akumas out there. It's better than all these Akumas combined, and I'm pretty sure it's par on par with Shindai, but I believe Shindai is a bit above it, but if not, then Sengoku is basically better than it. And then next we have Senko. I'm gonna put Senko at C, because, you know, as Dio Senko, Azum Senko, and Senko, so they can't be in the same one, or else that makes no sense. But if you want, you can move up to B if you do believe that Dio Senko and Azum Senko and Senko are par on par, depending on how the user uses it. Now we do have Shadow next, which is Shikamaru's thing, and I will do a C for that. Actually, I can do a B for that, because like I said, Shikamaru's moves based on how the user work or how the user can play it. So if you know how to use shadow paralysis jutsu in like a certain way, and you know when to use it and like how to counter other people's bloodlines, then you can go ahead and do the same thing. Put at A, S, or SS plus tier, but I'm gonna put at B tier for those that know how to play around it. And the next one we have is Shindai Akuma, and the Shindai Akuma is an SS plus tier for me because, well, you can pair it with Bloodline, first of all, the abilities, and the actual Bloodline it would be Eternal, and that's how OP it'd be. But the moves in general are just OP, like Shindai clones, the planetary devastation, and you have the sunflower desolation. Those are just really OP moves, and they open you to combos. But yeah, let's move on to the next one, and the next one we have is Shizen. So Shizen, in my opinion, is not as good as Raiken Shizen, so I'm gonna put that as B because, you know, if you know how to use it, then I guess it could be an A as well. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that as B. Next one we have is Sound, and I will put Sound at D because I do not like Sound. There's not really good moves for me on it, and I just don't like it in general. Next thing we have is Steam, and I would put Steam at F because I don't think anyone uses that at all, because what's the point? Literally nothing. These are all like dog items, or like rarity 1 out of like 5 or some shit. But yeah, and next we have is Storm. I'm gonna go ahead and put Storm at D. Some of the Storm's abilities are good, but not all of them are good, and like I said, you can get way better bloodlines for the same rarity. And the next one we have is Tengoku. I'm going to be giving Tengoku an S tier because, first of all, Tengoku is, I think, the second best out of the Gokus. It's just below Sengoku and above Rengoku, and I'd put that right there because Tengoku, its abilities are way better than Renshiki's. Like, at least the first ability has use, the RMBC spec ability has use, and the stat boost is really great on it. Next one we have is Glacier, I'm pretty sure, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that as D as well because, you know, way better bloodlines, like all of these above, basically C and above for the same rarity around that. But yeah, that is my tier list made. So in SS plus tier we got Eternal, around Rengoku, Sengoku, Shindai. In S tier we have Golden Byakugan, Bankai, Forged, Hair, Rayon, Tengoku, Rengoku, Riser, and Satori. And then in the A tier we have these, B tier we have these, C tier we have these, D tier we have these, E tier we have these, and F tier we have these. So that is my list, and before you guys go into the comments being like, yo, this is better than that, this is better than that, like I said, this is my opinion, so I do not know how to exactly scale them. If you do base it on rarity though, that means like obviously the 1 out of 200 ones would be like the top, and you know, going down by rarity. And yeah, this would basically be the same list, but yeah, this is basically my list. I haven't used Scorch yet, so everything else I have used once, but Scorch is something I haven't used, and I will use that, but next time I do the Bloodline tier list. But this is my Bloodline tier list. This is basically all I have, and yeah, you can usually for SS plus tier you can make like tons of combos with it. S tier you can make hella combos with it. A tier you can make a few combos. B tier you can make a nice combo if you know how to use the Bloodline. C tier probably a bit but not too much. D tier probably not. E tier maybe no, and then F tier is 100% no. I don't think you can make any combos with the Bloodlines that would, you know, do a lot of damage. But yeah, that is my tier list, and I guess that's all for the video, guys. Comment down below if you do see any mistakes, like if you just want to put like your opinion in, just tell me in the comments down below. But that will be the video for today, guys, and I hope you guys have a good one. Peace out.